Joining us now on the Newsmaker line is Arkansas Congressman, 2nd District, French Hill.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm fine, Congressman Hill. Just had a little hiccup there for a second. We wanted to bring you on to talk about the Keystone XL pipeline. I understand that you're touring around, and there are some local businesses that, they're kind of stuck with some inventory because of this bill being held up in Congress.
Yeah, first of all, President Obama has really caused an extended delay in the construction of the Keystone pipeline for the past 6 years, and it is now going to cost about 50% more than it would have when TransCanada first proposed to build a pipeline from Canada down to Houston, Texas, to our refineries. And the House and the Senate passed a bill with bipartisan support to approve the pipeline and get it under construction, and the president has proposed to veto it. So I've urged him to not veto it and to listen to the American people.
And as I understand it, there is a local pipe supplier that is sort of stuck with a lot of inventory right now. They can't move it.
Right. So Wellspun Tubular is right here in Little Rock. They've employed between 600 and 1,000 people out at the Little Rock port. They build pipe, all different kinds of sizes of pipe for natural gas and oil transportation, including TransCanada. And about 350 miles of the TransCanada pipe is still stacked up in their yard, blocking their ability to do other jobs. And so they're ready to move it and see it put in the ground.
There are critics of this project just from an environmental perspective, and of course we've had the issue in Mayflower a couple of years ago now with the Pegasus pipeline. What do you say to critics of the proposed Keystone pipeline that have a problem with the environmental impact?
Well, this is the safest pipeline that will have been built in the U.S. It's environmentally sensitive. It's been very carefully designed to pass through the states from the Canadian border down to Houston and be constructed in an environmentally sensitive way. And pipelines are the safest way to transport oil and natural gas. We've just seen the tragic train derailment over in West Virginia, demonstrating how we're better off with modern technology in the ground and pipelines. And as to the situation at Mayflower, something that we're all still concerned about, it tells you that infrastructure has to be replaced. These are physical pipes. They do not have an infinite lifetime, and it's incumbent on our companies to monitor their pipelines and make sure that they replace them when they are too old and need new technology. And that's why I'm proud that Wellspun is here building the highest tech, most environmentally sensitive pipes that can be manufactured.
2nd District Congressman French Hill joining us on the Newsmaker line on News Radio 102.9 KARN. Before I ask you about the status of immigration reform and the back and forth on that, since we have you on the line and you are local, as I understand it, you're not in Washington, D.C. right now.
I'm right here in the frozen tundra.
The frozen tundra.
I'm between Little Rock and Searcy this morning.
So between Little Rock and Searcy, can you give us a little bit of an impromptu spotter report on road conditions?
Yeah, so we're just around BB, and the roads still have a little ice on them with that powdering of snow from last night. So where there's shady spots along there, we're right now at the BB Antioch exit, and it's still pretty icy, so I urge caution.
Traffic and weather together with French Hill. Thank you very much. Immigration reform, there continues to be a back and forth on that with a judge in Texas yesterday blocking President Obama's proposed immigration reform. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I applaud the federal district court's decision yesterday. I've said from the very beginning that what President Obama did was unlawful. It was not an accurate interpretation of his authority. He overreached in his executive order, and there's really no precedent for what he's done. And so I agree with the federal district judge's decision in delaying that action.
Keystone pipeline, immigration, what's next on your agenda in Congress?
Well, I think this Homeland Security funding is an important issue. The Homeland Security funding, the House passed a bill that fully funds our border security, our airport security, our port security. We sent it to the Senate, where the Senate Democrats have blocked its consideration. over the president's executive orders. And I think the district court's decision yesterday once again determines, hey, Senate Democrats, you need to support the House bill and send it to the president. And so that's really going to be up when we start our debates this coming week.
Arkansas 2nd District Congressman French Hill joining us this morning. Thank you very much for your time.